From the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, this is NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP. Tonight, it's the St. Sebastian's Arrows with a record of 14-5-1 visiting the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 16-2-1 in a big ISL tilt. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story alongside Max Hooven on camera. Lawrence Academy probably disappointed in their result last time out. Had a 2-1 lead late in the third period against Thayer, had to settle for a 2-2 tie in the rematch of the 6-4 win that the Spartans got over Thayer earlier in the year here at the Grant Rink. St. Sebastian's coming off a strong 4-0 shutout of Belmont Hill in their last effort. Two teams who we will likely see in the NEPSAC tournaments. Luke Garrity gets the start in goal for St. Sebastian's. He had that shutout last time out against Belmont Hill. He's a senior from Duxbury, Mass, and you know, even at Duxbury High, you know, even the public schools pump out a lot of good both boys and girls hockey talent. He'll be opposed, of course, by Thomas Pienka, who's taken over marvelously for the injured Brandon Milberg. Milberg out for the year, injured his shoulder in a game against Dexter earlier in the year. And Pienka has just gotten better and better as the season has progressed, but he had a tough test yesterday against Thayer, and he's got an even tougher test here against St. Sebastian's. St. Sebastian's in the white, LA in the navy blue. We are underway. The pass over to the right side. Riley Duran enters the zone, takes a shot. It's blocked. It's regathered by Duran. Backhands it through the slot out of the reach of Johnny Riggins. Out to the right point for another shot that whistles wide left. Lifted out of the zone. Matt Connor and Cole Telecki will go chase it down. No icing, says the linesman. Telecki's there, plays it up the right side, but cut off by the Arrows. And the Arrows try to get possession, set up their offense, but instead it'll be a turnover. Lifted off the stick of Cole Telecki, and blowing a tire and getting hit against the boards was Ryan McDermott for St. Sebastian's. Spartans gain possession. Lifted into the zone by Blake Humphrey. To the opposite side, McDermott's there. McDermott up the right side, and now the D-to-D pass over to Nolan Joyce. Now up the right side, the stretch pass for Brendan Dumas is too strong and will have an icing 1 minute into the first period. We are aware of the complaints from yesterday and a couple other streams we've had about the choppiness of the video. We're having a hard time figuring out if it's a connection issue or a hardware issue. We had one person comment on the Thayer video. Did you shoot this with a hair dryer? And that was a big oof for us. But right now it seems to be going smoothly. Maybe it's just the network, but I don't know I don't know. Anyways, won't worry about it too much. Let's play some hockey. Stretch pass, chance for Jake Lavoie is out of his reach. St. Sebastian's will get a change ahead of the play. Somebody's missing their stick in the LA zones. Backhanded into the middle of the ice where it's cut off by Ted Harrington. Harrington has it undressed from him at the blue line. Back the other way comes Holt Oliphant. We're expecting a visit from Mr. and Mrs. Oliphant later in the game. And he told me they were coming out to visit this weekend, to visit Holt and Mac, and hopefully we can get them on air for a chat. Broderick, the Wake baseball commit, wraps around the end boards, out to the right point for the shot. That is redirected and dies in the right wing circle, where it'll be taken over by Harrington. Harrington up the left side, gives it up to Brendan Dumas, misses wide left. On the opposite side, it's Jake Matthews. Matthews throws it off the glass, no icing here. This gives some space for Anthony Caffarelli. He avoids the hit of Thomas Messineo. And back the other way comes Michael Callow. Callow on the right side, being steered below the goal line by Mac Oliphant. Reversing direction. Closest to it is a blue jersey, but the Arrows do manage to catch up to it. Now they'll try to set up their offense. Might have been a tripping call there, but no dice. And it comes back to the St. Sebastian zone, where LA will get some changes ahead of the play. Backhanded into the zone off the sideboards by Callow, and the Spartans will take over. Off the sideboards for Riggins. Riggins throws it off the sideboards from inside the red line. Knocked down by Garrity behind the goal line. Around the end boards there to cut it off is Riggins. Out to the left point for the shot. That is blocked wide right. Getting hit from behind is Joyce. He stays on his feet, thankfully for Lawrence Academy, because otherwise that could have easily been a penalty. Trying to steer his way through the defense is Brendan Gorman, and the Spartans will bring it up ice. On the right side, Riggins takes the shot, snared out of the air by Garrity with 14:32 to go in the first period. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Face-off in the right wing circle of the St. Sebastian zone. Dave Sacco out there to take it for LA against his number 18 counterpart Connor Joyce. Sacco wins it back to the blue line but trickles out of the zone, out of the reach of Telecki. He'll lift it back into the zone. LA tags up, and it's gathered by Joyce. Joyce, waiting for his options, goes to his left. Stretch pass up the middle for Joyce. Joyce taps it into the zone. Play is offside, but St. Sebastian's tags up, and now they'll get a partial change ahead of the play. Up the left side there to intercept it at center ice is Joyce. Plays it back up the right side. And now taken back over by the Spartans. 2-on-2 here. Duran in a 1-on-2 takes the shot. Save made by Garrity. Back the other way come the Arrows. On the right side it's Dumas. Dumas tried to go to the left side. His pass was deflected, but they are able to get it in the zone, are the Arrows. Rifled off the side glass and kicked down by Joey Harney. Harney throws it in on the diagonal. Chasing it down is Connor. Connor reverses direction around the end boards. Backhanded back to Connor. Holt in a scrum along the far side boards near the LA bench. Pride free shot is tipped wide left by Pientka. And this will be lifted out of the zone for a stoppage with 13:15 to go. No score here in the first period. Lawrence Academy and St. Sebastian's always an important tilt in the ISL. Two teams traditionally towards the top of the ISL standings. Face off in the left wing circle. A lot of movement on the right wing of the circle. Face off won by St. Sebastian's. Out to the left point, Jack Toomey, and he takes a shot that is snared by Pientka with 13:10 to go. Another quick restart, and now St. Sebastian's will bring on fresh legs on the D line. They'll bring out Messineo and McDermott, top line defenseman. Line's been getting impatient with the two centermen. It's one back to McDermott. McDermott takes a shot that misses wide left, and the Spartans gain possession. Up the right side for Holt. Oliphant gets stood up, but now some space. It's tapped in deep by Ryan Maher. Set up in front, out of the reach of Holt. Oliphant. Now the play is stopped because the net came off its mooring. 12:54 to go in the first period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face off in the right wing circle will be won by the Spartans, and a quick shot and a save made by Garrity. $12:51 to go. A lot of stop and go action right now. And Cam Collins will be thrown out of the circle, and he will be replaced by Michael Callow. Face-off won by the Spartans. Shot over the crossbar off the rear glass. Kept in at the left point by Mac Oliphant. Played around the end boards. Matthews gets cut off from the puck on the hip check, and now it goes into the St. Sebastian's bench. 12:39 to go, again with the quick stoppages. Face-off will be in the right wing circle. Connor Lovett to take it against Cam Collins. Face-off won by Lovett, back to Matthews. He kind of shanked his shot. Oh, it's right there in the crease, and it trickles wide left. LA unable to capitalize there, and now it's forced out of the zone. Mac Oliphant tries to backhand it back up ice. Lovett's there, back to Oliphant. Up the left side, getting hip checked and going down to a knee is Broderick. Comes back towards Pientka. Matthews there to reverse direction for Oliphant. Oliphant up the left side, gets it ahead to Broderick. And now for Sacco. Sacco into the middle, and the backhand opportunity is not there. Sticking out the left pad was Garrity. Back the other way come the arrows. And it'll be thrown in around the end boards by Collins. St. Sebastian's completing a change. Lifted out of the zone, nearly hit the rafters, taken over by the Spartans on the left side. Riggins backhands it in front for a cutting Duran, and it wasn't there. This shot is blocked, trickles all the way back to the LA zone. Connor catches up to it. Connor throws it off the sideboards, but it's intercepted by Joyce. He forces it below the goal line. Scrum along the end boards. Pride free by Liam Connors. Out to the right point, shot wide left. And back the other way come the Spartans, not for long as the pass is blocked. Joey Harney forces it back into the zone. St. Sebastian's gets another change off the sideboards, kept in at the blue line by the arrows. A shot misses wide right of Pientka. Kept in at the blue line, going down to a knee to prevent it from going out of the zone was Callow. And now with some space, the Spartans will try the counterattack. Off the sideboards, no icing, says the linesman. Hammered in by Riggins. Dumas up the right side for delay. Kept in at the right point by Dumas. That was Connor Joyce. Around the end boards. Holt Oliphant backhands it underneath the skates of the linesman. Comes all the way back to Garrity. Garrity drops it off for McDermott. McDermott up the right side. In a scrum at center ice. Who's going to pry it free? It's 2-on-2 right now. It comes back to the LA blue line. Up the right side for Holt Oliphant. Backhands it towards the zone, but not all the way in. It was intercepted at the St. Sebastian's blue line by Messineo. LA gains possession again. Pass into the middle for Oliphant. Puts on the brakes, tries to tip it in off of Humphrey, and it wasn't there. Lifted out of the zone. Fury's there to cut it off at center ice and hammer it back in deep. Reversing direction for Messineo. Up the left side, a little too strong. Intercepted at center ice. Fury with a couple of dekes. Gets it into the zone, pokes it in deep. McDermott. Up the left side, hit from behind by Caffarelli. Up the right side for Dumas. Caffarelli catches up to it, backhands it into the zone. Both teams getting a change here. Messineo. A fast-moving first period all of a sudden after a lot of stop-and-go action about 4 minutes ago. Up the right side for Collins. Collins puts it in the middle, and the pass is tipped through the slot wide left by Callow. Out to the left point, trickles out of the zone. Will Elias over to the right side, lifted high into the zone and actually into the rafters by Nolan Joyce with 8:44 to go in the period. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face-off will be at center ice, it looks like. And it'll be the 18s to go at it. Joyce and Sacco. Sacco wins the face-off over to Duran, who trickles it back into his own zone. And a turnover along the end boards. Backhanded save by Pientka! This comes all the way back to the St. Sebastian's end. No icing. Off the end boards. Pientka with his first big save of the game. Off the sideboards for Riggins, out of his reach, but Duran catches up to it, takes the shot. Save made by Garrity. He pins it between his knees with 8:17 to go in the period. So both goalies have made one crucial saves, survive one crucial sweat each. And now it'll be Humphrey to take it against Delay. Humphrey wins it back to the left point. Oliphant, his shot is tipped wide right, collected by Lavoie, reverses direction for Joyce, up the right side. Oliphant can't keep it in the zone, and this will be thrown back in on the backhand by Maher. Elias over to Joyce, back to Elias, up the left side. Elias gets through two LA defenders, but then the puck is forced back to center ice. And it's hit into the zone from there, where it'll be caught up to by Mac Oliphant. Plays it up the right side. And now it'll be intercepted at the blue line. Shot was fanned on by Toomey. Tries to play it in deep again. Goes around the end boards, and it'll be backhanded. Oliphant having a hard time collecting the puck. Turnover to the left wing circle, and the shot is deflected all the way back to the St. Sebastian's end. LA will get fresh legs, all five. It's the Broderick line right now with Lovett and Caffarelli. Fury tries to reach at that one and force it back up ice, but deflected out of play with 7:05 to go. Are you down with a sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Teespring, PayPal, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Face-off in the neutral zone will be won by the Spartans. Over to the left side, and the pass into the middle, cut off by St. Sebastian's up the right side for Callow. Carfagna's there. He tries to reverse direction for Fury. Fury on the stretch pass, and this will not be icing, as catching up to it is Broderick. Plays it out to Lovett, out to the right point. Now over to Carfagna. His shot is blocked, gathered by Lovett. Lovett delays, goes over to the right point. Fury walks in, takes the shot. The save made by Garrity. St. Sebastian's able to get it out of the zone. Fury catches up to it under duress from McDermott. Back to Fury. Fury delays. And a little space there as one of the St. Sebastian's players did a barrel down to his backside, and back the other way come the Spartans. Thrown into the zone on the left side, changes for LA. McDermott up the right side, out of the reach of Callow, and taken over by Carfagna, who tries to backhand it into the zone, but it's gloved down by McDermott and played back into the LA zone. This stretch pass is not icing, as it was tipped into the zone by Messineo. McDermott backhands it for Messineo. Up the far side, backhanded over to Duran. Duran waits to avoid committing an offside, and he did, but it turned it over anyway. Riggins tries to hip check, or try to mug, basically, Messineo coming up ice. St. Sebastian setting up their offense. Save made by Pienka as he tipped it over the crossbar to the opposite side. There is Elias. Elias over to the right side. Shot saved by Pienka. Rebound! And Pienka corrals it with 5:21 to go. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Right wing circle face-off will be won by the Spartans. Up the right side for Oliphant. Oliphant tries to play it into the middle for Maher, rather. Thrown back into the zone, taking a big hit for his trouble was Humphrey. Scrum in the near left corner, carried away by Oliphant. Backhands it out to Telecki. Telecki over to Connor. Connor spins away, tries to take the shot. Pad save, rebound, and it trickles to the near side. Another sweat for Garrity. Elias up the right side, flipped out of the zone by Dumas, but played back into the zone by the Spartans, who get a change in the middle of this play. We approach 4.5 to go in a fast-moving first period. Didn't think it was going to be very fast-moving the way it started, with a lot of stop and go and face-off. But we haven't really, I think we've only had one icing this period, as Pienka will have to cover up and take a face-off with 4:25 to go in his own zone. Face off in the left wing circle. And it'll be won by the Spartans. Played up the left side. Tapped out of the zone. Back to Harney. Harney up the right side. Backhanded into the zone by Harrington. Matthews catches up to it. Nearly slipped. And threw it off the back of the cage. And this will come out of the zone back to Harney. Harney rifles it up the right side for Harrington. But it's taken over by the Spartans. Matthews up the far side. Glove down at the red line and thrown back into the zone. Tapped back out to Harney. Harney turns it over, however. Caffarelli, wide right of the goal. Carfagna, LA in the middle of a change. Lovett enters the zone on the left side. Drops it back off for Broderick. Pass over to Fury. Fury moves in, tries to get it in front for Lovett, and it went off his stick, off St. Sebastian's skate, and back the other way come the arrows. There is Liam Connors. Connors backhands it, looking for his teammate, comes back to Connors, and a pass into the left wing circle. Unable to get it out of the zone of the Spartans on the first opportunity, but St. Sebastian's helped him out there, throwing it out of the zone on their own. Kept alive by the skates of Joyce, and Pienka watches that one go wide left around the end boards. Delay gives his man a rub, and this will come in on Pienka, makes the stick save, bounces off the rear glass. Now Duran up the right side, looking for a pass. He'll flutter it into the zone on the diagonal. Riggins will catch up to it. Sacco pries it free, goes around the end boards for Fury. Fury back to Sacco. Sacco into the right wing circle for Duran. Duran keeps possession, throws it back in deep for Riggins, out of his reach. Taking a poke at it is Carfagna, and that'll be carried out of the zone by McDermott. McDermott lifts it in from center ice. We approach 2 minutes to go in this first period. Still no score. Had a couple of close calls, though, for either side. And a whistle, and I believe they ruled a hand pass with 2:08 to go. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon at 12:55 p.m. when the Mass Bay Buccaneers host the UCAP Pointers in NJCAA men's basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy DVD of the game at the LSP store. Pienka reporting an issue with the mounting of his net. Looks like they got that squared away. And back to live action, as it'll be Humphrey to take it against Delay, and Delay wins it back to Joyce. Joyce, the diagonal pass to the left wing for the shot. They try to put it in on the rebound, and it's cleared! St. Sebastian's was certain they had a goal. It was cleared off the goal line. Spartans try to counterattack. Back to Joyce. Humphrey takes a poke at it. Now it'll be all the way back. No icing, says the referee. All the way back to Connor. Connor reverses direction for Telecki. Telecki up the left side. That is way too strong a pass. That will be icing with 1:27 to go. Joyce to take this face-off for St. Sebastian's, and he does in fact win it. Back to the right point. Shot goes wide right. Catching up to it is Oliphant. Oliphant plays up the right side. Maher in a shoving match with Messineo. Spartans able to get it into the zone, blowing a tire, trying to get a shot off on the backhand was Humphrey. Reversing direction for McDermott. McDermott on the diagonal. Trying to escape the pressure is Connors. Lovett loses the handle, tries to force it off the sideboards out of the zone. Comes back to the LA zone. St. Sebastian's is offside. Now they tag up. Off the side glass. No icing, says the referee. And now Messineo. Messineo up the far side boards. Under 45 seconds to go in this first period. Off the sideboards, deadens at the blue line. Connor goes to his right, backhanded back to Telecki. Good forecheck by St. Sebastian's, backhanded into the zone by Duran. Off the sideboards by Connor, 10 seconds to go. Spartans with possession, off the sideboards, tapped into the zone by Sacco, and St. Sebastian just going to be content to bleed out the clock. A fast-moving first period that sees no goals. So we will start the second period the way we started the first. 0-0 between St. Sebastian's and LA. Back after this. This is Knapsack Boys Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the second period of NEPSAC boys hockey here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, alongside Max Hooven on camera. No score between the St. Sebastian's Arrows and the Lawrence Academy Spartans as we get the second period underway. Did manage to meet Mr. Oliphant, and according to Max, he's got a wrist lock of a handshake. Always want to give a firm one, though. Maybe not a Kimura, but team switch sides. St. Sebastian's in the white, LA in the blue. Four LA defenders swarm around Connor Joyce, and back the other way come the Spartans. Riggins spins into the zone, plays it for Sacco. Out to the right point, Telecki takes the shot. It's blocked before it gets to Garrity. Backhanded in deep by Sacco. Duran and Riggins will chase it down. Riggins trying to play it over to Duran, who forces his way through some contact. And St. Sebastian's able to carry it out of the zone. Played over to the right side, big hit. Oh no, this is going to be elbowing. Elbowing coming up on Matt Connor. And we have our first power play of the game. Connor just trying to create a good, solid stand-up hit, and instead led with the elbow. And our first power play is in the hands of the Arrows. 2 minutes for elbowing, coming at 55 seconds of the second period. So it'll be Lovett to take the face-off against DeLay. DeLay wins it back to his point man. Now back to DeLay along the goal line, out to the right wing. Now walking the blue line, dropped off, faking the one-timer, backhanded over by Joyce. Now back to Joyce. Joyce calling for it at the left side was Dumas. Instead they go the right side, and that dangerously trickles towards Pientka, and the clearance goes through the wickets of Connor Joyce all the way back to the St. Sebastian's end, where Garrity will knock it down, and it looks like fresh legs on the ice for LA as we're 34 seconds through the power play. Fury will throw it off the sideboards and clear it. Sacco applying the forecheck here. Off the sideboards, here come the Arrows. Pass turned over to Sacco. He'll settle, waste some time, go up the right side for Fury, and he will delay and dump it back in deep. Halfway through the power play. Off the left side. Entering the zone is Connors. Connors puts it through the crease to the opposite side. Catching up to it is Gorman. Connors goes off for a change. Back to Gorman. Gorman back out to the top of the slot. Left wing shot. Wide left of the goal by Joyce. Out to the right point and Elias. Traffic in the slot, and Duran able to backhand it out of the zone. And now Sacco will throw it in on the diagonal wide left of the goal. 20 seconds left on the power play. Back the other way come the Arrows. Steering to his left is Callow, takes the shot, stick save made by Pientka, and it deflects into the protective netting. 13 seconds left on the penalty, 15-17 left in the period. Left wing circle face-off. Lovett is back out there to take the face-off against Gorman. Lovett wins the face-off back to Matthews, who hammers it up the near side, but not out of the zone. 5 seconds on the power play. Matthews lifts it out of the zone, only out to center ice, but the Spartans are back to full strength. And now here comes Holt Oliphant. Oliphant puts it in front. Oh, the tip-in was not there. Now return shot, they score! What did we say yesterday about those subtle snipes? Won by Ryan Maher yesterday. And now James Broderick picks up the go-ahead tally at 3:07 of the first period. Second period, rather. Hey, I didn't change the scoreboard to second period, did I? Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. 1-0 LA. James Broderick picking up his 8th goal and 12th point of the season. Spartans win the face-off back to Fury. Fury over to Carfagna. Diagonal tipped into the zone, high and wide right of Garrity. Out to the right point, Fury tumbles it in on Garrity, who secures it for a face-off. 14:36 to go in the period. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Right wing circle face-off. Humphrey to take it for the Spartans. Humphrey wins it back to Fury. Fury plays it up the right side. Contact along the corner boards. Swept around the corner boards, turned over in the left wing circle. Now Humphrey in the slot goes down to his backside, no call. Back the other way come the arrows, but good persistence by Maher. Gets the puck back into the zone for the Spartans, but St. Sebastian's able to carry it away again. Get it out to the LA blue line. Carfagna backhands it over to Fury. Fury forced back, goes back over to Carfagna. 4 minutes gone by here in the second period. Here is Maher. Tries to delay, and he might have had Oliphant there, but there's too much traffic in front of him. Oliphant tries to tip it in with his father in attendance, and it's secured by Garrity. 13:50 to go in the period. Right wing circle face off, top line out there, Sacco to take it. It's won by St. Sebastian's, back to Harney, who plays it around the end boards. Out to the left point, swiped at by Duran, gets it in deep. Pride free for Sacco, but he turns it over. Sacco tries to get it back. Riggins, and now Toomey. Riggins will try to chase it down. Duran's there to support him. Around the end boards, Connor backs up as he takes it at center ice. And he'll rifle it in on Garrity, who makes the stick save. Off the side boards. Backhanded along the red line. Here comes St. Sebastian's potential 2-on-1, and getting his stick in the way, coming in at the very last moment, was Telecki. Telecki lucky not to get called for a boarding penalty there. Out to the right point. The blast from the right point is blocked as Lavoie took that opportunity. Now out to the far left corner. There is Connors. Connors goes out to the right point, and the shot misses wide left of Pienka. Out to the right side. Duran gives it up and turns it over, trying to connect with Riggins. Tipped into the zone, no icing. LA players with their arms up in disbelief. Now a turnover in the left wing circle. It trickles in, and the puck is still loose. And finally, the whistle is blown, although prematurely. Sorry for the drop in picture in that moment, folks, but puck was still loose. Pienka couldn't secure it, and the referee blew his whistle. So 12:22 to go in the period. Face off in the right wing circle. Sacco to take it for LA, and Sacco wins it over to Telecki. Telecki trying to escape two St. Sebastian's defenders. Up the left side. Now out to center ice, thrown in on the diagonal. St. Sebastian's has to tag up. They do. Connor up the right side, nearly turned over. Now it comes back to the St. Sebastian's end. That'll be Joyce. Dropped off for Connors. Now given back up. A shot tipped through the crease to the opposite side by Pienka. Up the right side, out of the reach of Caffarelli, rifled back into the zone. Connor delays, goes up the left side, getting a big hit was Broderick. I'm sure Broderick was wondering where the elbowing call was on that one. Messineo gets it into the zone. Scrum along the near side boards. Everybody chopping at the puck, and it's lifted out of the zone at the last moment by Telecki. Pass fanned on, back to Connor. Connor up the right side and turned back over to the St. Sebastian's blue line. Flipped in on the diagonal, glove down by Tulecki, nearly turned it over in a dangerous spot. Tulecki's going to draw a penalty. It's a cross check. And that penalty comes at 7:10 of the second period, and Lawrence Academy will be on its first power play. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face off in the left wing circle. It'll be Humphrey to take it, not Sacco. Humphrey does win it. Back to the left point. Fury goes over to the right point. Carfagna now over to the right wing. Sacco. Sacco plays it behind the goal, around the end boards. Fury catches up to it, backhands it in deep for Humphrey, not Carfagna, excuse me. Humphrey carrying it below the goal line, reverses direction, trying to escape the pressure of Elias. Out to the top of the slot, Carfagna, back over to Fury. Fury pinwheels, now carrying it along the corner boards. Now trying to flip it out in front was Duran, comes out to Sacco at the right point. A lot of just puck carrying and no real opportunities to shoot here for Lawrence Academy. 50 seconds gone by on the penalty. Out to Carfagna, takes the shot, and the save made by Garrity. 55 seconds left on the penalty. 55 seconds gone by on the penalty, I should say. 9:55 left in the period. Face off in the right wing circle again. Fresh legs out there for LA. Love it. Wins the face off. Played over to Connor. Connor goes over to Tulecki. Tulecki goes over to the right wing. Delay now try to the give and go back to Connor. Instead it goes out to Tulecki. Connor the one-timer wide left around the end boards. And I meant to say they tried to do the give and go for Lovett, not Connor. Connor takes the shot, loose puck in the slot, carried away by St. Sebastian's. This is a 1-on-0, and Pienka will cover up and not allow Jake Lavoie to tie the game. $9:29 to go in the period, 39 seconds left on the penalty. And a face-off in the defensive zone for LA. Able to win it is Lovett. Up the right side, Tulecki. Tulecki ahead for Oliphant. Oliphant enters the zone on the right side. Oliphant gets steered into the glass, stays on his feet. Another big hit from behind. A lot of contact along that far side. Out to the left point, Connor takes the shot. The save by Tulecki. Rebound! Cleared! 12 seconds left on the penalty. Tulecki, Caffarelli gives a stiff arm to McDermott, gets in deep, and the pass goes through the slot, and now we have a whistle. And it looks like the net is off its mooring with the penalty time expired. 8:49 to go in the second period. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Riggins ordered off the ice, so just a partial line change for LA, and now Sacco's going to be, Durant's going to be thrown off the face-off dot to be replaced by Sacco. Sacco battling for the face-off. It's one back to Durant, whose shot is blocked. He gets the puck back, tries to put it in on the left post. Try to put it on a tee for the man on the left post, rather. Out to the left point. Carfagna taps it back in deep. Durant walks the blue line, takes the shot, rebound, stuffed at, they score! Dave Sacco makes it 2-0. For Sacco, that's goal number 11 and point number 30 in this, their 19th game. 20th game, I should say. In his 19th game. 30 points in 19 games. That's a reasonable pace. 2-0 LA with 8:27 to go. That goal coming at 9:33 of the second period. LA wins another face-off back to Fury. Now over to Carfagna. Carfagna into the middle for Sacco, taps it over to Riggins. Riggins throws it off the sideboards. Sacco catches up to it behind the goal. Riggins trying to stay on his feet with two defenders near him. Riggins takes the shot from the left wing circle. The save made and the rebound corralled by Garrity with 8:08 to go in the period. Left wing circle face-off. Humphrey to take it for LA. And now Humphrey is being thrown out of the face-off circle. Is he being thrown off the ice? Or, wait a minute, we have a misconduct here. We have a misconduct. Jake Lavoie has been sent to the box. Lavoie, we assume he was mouthing off to the official. So it's a misconduct. It remains 5-on-5. This will be a 9-minute misconduct, so St. Sebastian will be without Lavoie's services for the rest of the period. Shot fanned on after the face-off win and getting smashed against the glass was Maher. Carrying it away is Elias. Elias up the left side. Entering the zone and passing it into the middle is Greer. And back the other way come the Spartans. Pass in the middle, broken up. Jaden Greer getting his first ice time today in place now of Lavoie, who's in the box for a misconduct. Scrum in the near right corner will be Pride free, therefore it is Joyce for St. Sebastian's. Joyce lifts it out of the zone and into the rafters, where it'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Spartans with 7:24 to go in the period. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Teespring, PayPal, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Face-off in the left wing circle of the St. Sebastian zone. Another face-off win for the Spartans. They've won a ton of face-offs this period. Turnover in the slot, out to the left point. Connor takes the shot and goes off the rear glass. Out to the right point, Telecki tries to return it towards net, and it's cut off by the arrows. Up the right side for Callow. Callow gets it out of the zone, now chasing it down, but thrown back towards the point by Telecki, but St. Sebastian's able to play it in deep. Now trying to work his way through the traffic is Harrington. He couldn't do it. Out to the left point. Hit laid on Messineo as he released the puck, and the puck goes into the protective netting with 6:48 to go in the period. Sacco to take the face-off against Collins, and Collins wins the face-off, kept in at the blue line for the shot. That is tipped wide right by Pienka. With his glove, no less. Around the end boards for Harrington. Harrington getting ridden by Carfagna, reverses direction for Collins. Collins has it cut off by Fury. Fury pinwheels away from Collins as St. Sebastian's get a change. And now, they tried to spring Duran for an open ice chance with St. Sebastian's in the middle of a change, and it bounced off of Duran's stick. Now here comes St. Sebastian's shot. Kick save made by Pienka. Out to the right point, through the wickets of McDermott. Here's a chance for Sacco. Sacco gives it up to Duran. He can't put it in. Now here's a chance the other way for St. Sebastian's. A last-minute poke by Carfagna, denying Joyce. Scrum in the near left corner, out to the top of the slot for the blast, giving up the body was Riggins, and the shot deflects into the protective netting with 5:45 to go. Face-off in the right wing circle. Humphrey to take it for LA. It's won by St. Sebastian. Shot is blocked right off the face-off. Now shot from the right point. Off the post! Off the crossbar, I should say. And then it nearly ricochets into the crow's nest. Wow! So we'll do it again here. Love it to take the face-off this time. Won by St. Sebastian's again. Shot from the right point, tipped wide left by Bianca. Out to the left point, now into the left wing circle, and it trickles in! Bianca made the initial save, but it trickled through for Jaden Greer, who was thrust into the game after the misconduct on Jake Lavoie, and it's 2-1. Sometimes these things work out. Greer, the sophomore from Needham, Mass, cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1. Connor up the left side. Pass bounced off the stick of Maher. Tulecki throws it into the zone. Glove down there. And it'll be played around the end boards for Joyce. Joyce up the right side now. Here come the arrows. Goes off the body of Connor, goes in deep. Tulecki taking a poke at it with Collins. Out to the left point. Oliphant's there to break it up. Taken out of the zone. Maher on the left side. Had a goal yesterday. Takes the shot that's blocked. It was only his second goal of the season at that. Turned over at center ice. Backhanded in deep by Oliphant. Spartans will get a change. 4.5 to go in the period. Pass over to the left side, bounces off the stick of Harrington and back to the St. Sebastian's blue line. This one bounces off an LA stick all the way into the far left corner. Now up the right side, it'll be Caffarelli trying to catch up to it. He tipped into the zone to avoid an icing on LA, but back the other way come the arrows. This is a 2-on-2 developing. Dropped off for the blast for the top of the right wing circle. That missed wide right. Now carried into the slot and taken away by Connor. Connor nearly throws it off the referee. Tapped out of the zone, gloving it down is McDermott. McDermott throws it into the zone. St. Sebastian had to tag up, and now they do tag up, and able to keep it in the zone is Gorman. But Gorman turns it over. Tulecki up the right side. Pass too strong for Caffarelli, but the referee says no icing. 3.5 to go in the period. Backhanded up the near side. Out of the reach of McDermott, but he catches up to it. More changes for LA. St. Sebastian's can smell blood. Here's a turnover, though, to Sacco! Off the rear glass. Out to the right side. Sacco again takes the shot. Again off the rear glass. Carfagna can't keep it in at the left point. Carfagna gathers below his goal line. St. Sebastian's getting a change. With it is Delay. Goes out to the right wing. The shot is blocked by Riggins. Back the other way come Riggins and Duran. Give it up into the slot, and it trickles wide right. Comes back out as a 1-on-3 here, 1-on-2. Now it's developing into a 2-on-2. Putting on the brakes is Dumas. Gives it up. Out to the right wing circle. Back to Dumas. The shot is blocked by Carfagna. Maher gets it out of the zone. Off the sideboards, Carfagna's there at the red line to flip it back in. He takes a shove from Dumas. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. This flutters into the zone. Carfagna's there to backhand it around the end boards for Oliphant. Oliphant lifts it into the St. Sebastian zone where it'll be gloved down by Messineo. And back the other way come the Arrows, but it's cut off at the blue line by Carfagna. Up the left side, Riggins gets tangled up, no call. Up the right side again, here come the Arrows. Swiped at by Maher, and that wasn't Riggins, that was Humphrey. Here's a chance now for Holt. Oliphant entering the zone on the left side. Plays it in deep around the end boards. Catching up to it is Garrity. We approach 1 minute to go. Out to the right point, kept in there by the Spartans. Oliphant takes a poke at it and goes into the protective netting with exactly 1 minute to go in the second. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Face off in the neutral zone. It'll be Lovett, Duran, and is that Sacco or Caffarelli? Regardless, the shot misses over the net to the right. Under a minute to go. Carried out of the zone by St. Sebastian's. Back check, but the pass is there to the right side, and Pienka pins it against the Spartan logo on his abdomen with 46.1 to go. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon at 12:55 p.m. when the Mass Bay Buccaneers host the UCAP Pointers in NJCAA men's basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy DVD of the game at the LSP store. Kick save made in that sequence by Pienka, and now here's Lovett. Lovett entering the zone up the middle, drops it off to the right side, over to the left wing circle for the shot, save made by Garrity. Out to the left point, Connor takes a shot that misses wide right. 15 seconds to go about. Out to the far side, now center ice, Telecki delays, throws it off the side glass. No icing here, 5 seconds to go. Up the left side, maybe one last chance there for Gorman. Not Gorman, Joyce, but it was out of his reach. Well, you have some scoring now. 2-1 our score. Lawrence Academy on top. Back after this. This is Knapsack Boys Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the third period of NEPSAC boys hockey here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, alongside Max Hooven on camera. 2-1 our score. Lawrence Academy on top of St. Sebastian's as we get the second period underway. James Broderick and Dave Sacco with the goals for Lawrence Academy. Jaden Greer thrust into the game after the misconduct issued to Jake Lavoie with the tally for St. Sebastian's. Lawrence Academy entering play at 16-2-1. St. Sebastian's entering play at 14-5-1. And Lawrence Academy coming off a tie at Thayer Wednesday that you saw here on LSP. Here's a blast from the right point, kick save made by Pienka. Trickles out to the far side, and on the counterattack, Duran gives it up to Sacco. Sacco walks in and has it taken away. And now a 4-on-2 developing for the Arrows, but getting forced into the boards is Liam Connors. He drops it off. Around the end boards, trying to catch up to it is McDermott. He gets checked off the puck. Keeping it in at the blue line is Messineo. And it'll be steered to the left wing circle, then backhanded out to the mid slot. But the Arrows unable to capitalize. Back the other way come the Spartans. Duran weaving away, tries to get to some fresh legs. St. Sebastian's calling for a too many men penalty. They didn't get it. Fury tries to catch up to the puck in the far left corner, taken away by Joyce. Now comes out to the right point. Oliphant rifles a shot over the head of Garrity. Out to the left point, shot blocked by the skates of Messineo. And now out to Joyce, who plays it up the far side. Played in from center ice. St. Sebastian's will get a change behind the play. Delay in a battle for the puck. Along the far right corner just now comes all the way back out to Elias. Elias turns it over to the LA blue line, who probably turn it right over to Dumas. Dumas goes out to the right point, but the puck trickles out of the zone. Elias, St. Sebastian's tagging up. 2 minutes gone by in the period. And a whistle as Lawrence Academy touched the puck. This is coming all the way back to the St. Sebastian's end. I don't know if it was an icing or... Didn't think it had been played from behind center ice. Well, Lawrence Academy will take it. Lovett to take the face-off against Collins, and now we have a stoppage. And yeah, I was going to say, this is the point where Lavoie can get out of the penalty box. Backhanded around the end boards after the face-off win by St. Sebastian's for Harney. Now it's Collins. Collins gets checked into the glass in front of the scoreboard operator, and then it trickles in on Pienka, who has to cover up and take a face-off with 2:17 gone by here in the third period. Again, 2-1 our score. Lawrence Academy led 2-0 on goals by Broderick and Sacco before Greer's tally. Left wing circle face-off won by the Spartans. They throw it off the sideboards out of the zone all the way back to the St. Sebastian's end. Rifled up the left side, but a good poke check by Lovett. Force it back into the zone as pops high into the air and into the rafters. .15:28 to go in the period. Face-off will be at center ice. Face-off won by Lovett, back to Oliphant. Oliphant off the sideboards for Broderick. He gets stood up. Broderick gets it back, tries to force it into the zone. It went behind him eventually, and now it's in the hands of Joyce. Joyce drops it off for McDermott. McDermott rifles it up the right side for Callow. Callow takes a shot, misses wide right, goes around the end boards. Back to Callow. Callow carries it along the end boards, getting ridden into the corner. Matthews lifts it out of the zone. All the way back to Messineo. Rifles it up the right side. Carrying it towards the middle is Callow. Tumbles in on Pienka. He covers up with 14:39 to go in the third period. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Face off in the right wing circle of the LA zone will be won by the Spartans. Carried up the near side boards by Telecki and forced out of the zone where it's played back to Joyce. Joyce D-to-D pass over to McDermott, back to Joyce. Joyce up the right side, that was tipped by the stick of Sacco, drops fortuitously into the St. Sebastian zone, but the Spartans able to carry it away. Now the pass up the left side redirects off a body in the middle. And Elias plays it up the left side. They'll try the stretch pass for Gorman. Gorman catches up to it, but gets checked off the puck. Gorman gets it back. Gorman trying to take a shot from a tough angle. Save made by Pienka, and goes out of play. 14:02 to go in the third period. 2-1 our score. Lawrence Academy looking for their first win as the USHR #1. Entered this week as #1 in the USHR polls. And tied Thayer, who had only just snapped a 6-game losing streak. So definitely a disappointing result for LA, especially considering they had beaten Thayer previously 6-4, and that was one of the first games that Pienka had played as the LA goalie, and he's only gotten better since, as I've said multiple times. Both teams scrambling for the puck in the near right corner. Eventually will be fired around the end boards, out of the reach of Will Elias. No icing, comes all the way back to his goal line. Oliphant applying the pressure. Lifted out of the zone. Carfagna back to Maher, taps it off the sideboards into the zone, changes for LA. Elias off the sideboards. A couple players collide away from the play, and this will be gloved out center ice by Carfagna. He backhands it ahead. Trying to catch up to it is Broderick. Broderick plays it into the middle for the shot that whistles wide left by Fury. Back the other way come the arrows, lifted in the zone on the diagonal. Fury reverses direction. Carfagna plays it around the end boards. Now carried up the left side. Pass will go wide right of Garrity. Catching up to it is Lovett. Lovett plays it out of the zone. Matthews has to tag up. Matthews plays it up the right side. Intercepted at center ice by Broderick. And the play is offside with 12:26 to go. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face-off in the neutral zone will be won by the Spartans. Off the sideboards for Duran. Duran plays it into the middle for Sacco. Back from Sacco to Riggins to Duran, but that pass was out of the reach of Duran. Sacco comes back to the plate to try to take a swipe at it, but now it'll be Connors. Connors into the middle of the ice for Joyce. Joyce thought about a shot from a tough angle, loses the handle below the goal line. Duran trying to pry it free, and now escapes to the far side where Sacco will catch up to it, try to tap it out of the zone. Not there on the first opportunity, it is there on the second opportunity. Duran delays, tries to play it into the middle for Sacco, but the pass is cut off. Duran waits for his teammates to tag up, now goes over to Telecki, who plays it in for Garrity. Garrity drops it off, played around the end boards up the right side for Gorman. Gorman rifles it in from center ice. St. Sebastian's in the middle of a change. LA will get a change as well. Under 11.5 to go. Turnover here to Timmy DeLay. DeLay gives it up, and Pienka holds his ground. Kept in at the blue line by McDermott. Off the right side, ahead for Humphrey. Humphrey enters the zone. I think was waiting too long for his teammates, and that's what allowed St. Sebastian's to break up that pass there. Humphrey was a little too passive. Connor gives up to the right side. The shot misses the net. Around the end boards, there is Joyce. Joyce ahead to McDermott. McDermott up the right side, trickles out of the zone. Telecki will throw it in on the diagonal. LA will tag up, but they'll also get a change. Joyce back over to McDermott. McDermott up the left side. Connects at center ice. Now the diagonal over to Delay, and the play is offside. Excuse me, now the play is off. Oh, they did get it in on. On Pienka. My mistake, or is it offside? Yeah, I was gonna say they got in on Pienka, but after the whistle. So 10:22 to go. Face off in the neutral zone. Won again by the Spartans. Spartans have been controlling most of the face-offs this game. A hit from behind on Broderick, no call. This will be fluttered into the zone from center ice, then back up the left side, trying to connect with Greer. Greer turns it over, Carfagna. Carfagna on the diagonal, over to Caffarelli. Caffarelli delays, now goes in deep. And it comes around the end boards. Out to center ice and back to the LA blue line. Up the right side for Caffarelli. Love it. Back to Caffarelli, who gloves it down, takes the shot, blocked before it gets to Garrity. Out to the left point. Played in deep, therefore it is Elias. Elias takes a hit, no call. St. Sebastian's fans looking for a boarding call or something. They didn't get it. It comes out of the zone, and now here's a chance, and getting shoved from behind a couple of times is Greer. Now taken out of the zone by the Spartans on the left side. Riggins takes the shot, stick save made by Garrity, and it ricochets into the protective netting, and the clock hasn't stopped. Clock still hasn't stopped. Should be 9:10 left on the clock. All right. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Visit, rates start just $100. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face-off won by the Spartans. Duran trying to escape the pressure from Harney. Puts it in front! And with traffic all over Garrity, the whistle is blown with 9:01 to go. That's how Sacco scored his goal. The 18s to take it, Sacco and Joyce. Sacco wins it over to Duran. His shot is blocked, kept alive at the left point, goes off the chest of Messineo, and back the other way come the arrows. On the right side, it's Joyce. Joyce tries to throw it in front, traffic in the left wing circle, tapped out of the zone, and we have a high stick call. So 8:44 to go in the third period, and the puck was played with a high stick by LA. So we'll have the face-off in the left wing circle of the LA zone. Face-off won by the Arrows. Out to the left point for the shot that goes off the end boards, wide left of Pienka. The bid there by Messineo. Scrum along the far side boards. Thrown off the side boards, gloving it down at the blue line, and then the play is offside. Good effort by Messineo, but it'll bring the face-off outside the zone. And I think an LA player is getting a misconduct here. It's Dave Sacco going to the box. And this comes at 8:31 of the third period. Well, it's not a misconduct, but it is a power play for St. Sebastian. I didn't see any signal or anything from the referee other than Sacco go to the box. So power play opportunity for St. Sebastian's to tie this game. Somehow that didn't go over the line off the stick of Messineo. Messineo calling for it at the top of the slot, takes the one-timer wide right. Love it, throws it off the side, boards it out of the zone. Only as far as center, Messineo gets it over to the left side. Now forced back is Dumas. Dumas enters the zone on the left side. Carrying it into the left wing circle. Now they try to pass it in front, so they fake the pass. Back out to Dumas, takes the shot from the top of the left wing circle, and it deflects into the protective netting. 31 seconds gone by on the penalty. 7:59 left in the period. A pivotal power play here. The penalty called on Dave Sacco. I did not see the exact signal by the referee. The way he was signaling it was similar to he didn't tap his hips as the shot at a save made by Biancabi. He didn't tap his hips for a misconduct, but it looked like it kind of looked like Sacco had already gone off to the bench. I don't know. Maybe if you folks in the chat can let me know if you saw it. This is tipped wide left by Pientka. 1 minute to go on the power play. Rifled out of the zone by the Spartans. Garrity. Well, confusion there with Messineo, but he hands it off to Joyce. Joyce enters the zone on the right side, gets it into the slot, and getting his pocket pick from behind was Delay. Now to the left wing circle for the shot. Save made by Pientka. Rebound cleared. 30 seconds left on the power play. 7 minutes left in the period. Pass over to the left side and Joyce. Off the side boards for Gorman. Gorman enters the zone, carrying it in deep. Now back out to the right wing and back out to the right point. Elias along the blue line to the left point. Back to Elias at the right point. Back over to the left point, Joyce. Joyce goes to the left wing circle. Shot is fanned on. St. Sebastian's desperately trying to keep the play alive. They score! Just at the end of the power play. Nolan Joyce, we're even at 2. So a sophomore and a freshman equalizing the game for St. Sebastian's. St. Sebastian's wins the ensuing face-off. Up the left side, it's Elias. Back to Elias at his blue line, back over to the goal scorer, Joyce. Poked at it center ice by Riggins. Off the side boards, Riggins tries to continue the play into the zone. He gets ridden down from behind. LA wanted to call, they didn't get it. Off the side end boards for Elias. Sacco. That is technically not a power play goal, but Sacco was only just coming out of the box. When the clock stopped, the penalty had just ended. So it's an even strength goal as this is thrown off the side glass. Sacco overskated the puck. Suddenly Lawrence Academy imploding. Back to McDermott. Matthews will get it behind his goal. I wouldn't be surprised if at the next stoppage or the stoppage after that, Robbie Barker uses his timeout. Out to the right point, this Flutters stays in the St. Sebastian's zone for now, but now it's carried up the right side by Oliphant. Oliphant gets cut off as he tries to enter the zone, cutting towards the middle. St. Sebastian's getting a change, so is LA. Under 5 minutes to go in a 2-2 ball game. Broderick takes the shot, it's blocked by the skates of Harney. Back the other way comes Dumas. Dumas gets the puck taken off his stick as he enters at the right point. Glove down by Oliphant, plays it back. Up the right side, back for Oliphant. Plays it into the middle for Lovett, it's out of his reach, and then Broderick overskates the puck. Now this trickles in on Pienka. He paddles it aside for Fury, reversing direction for Broderick. Calling for it is Caffarelli. It trickles into the zone. Dangerous spot! And they get it in front, and fanning on the shot is Broderick! Garrity had no idea where that puck was. 4 minutes to go. This goes off the legs of Caffarelli over to Joyce. Joyce now over to Elias. Are you not entertained? No icing as that was tipped off the stick of Lovett. Around the end boards, out of the reach of Caffarelli. Waiting for it at his blue line is Messineo. Now up the right side by McDermott. Knocked down at the LA blue line. Forced out of the zone. Now here's Sacco throwing it off the side glass and throwing his arms up at McDermott as he enters the zone. Unable to keep it in the zone at the blue line is Duran. Going down to his abdomen to try and stop that one was Riggins, and that'll be taken over by Telecki, but it's forced back in. Sacco, we approach 3 minutes to go. Riggins drops it off for Duran. Save made by Garrity. Out to the right point. The shot off a body in the slot. Forced out of the zone. Connor plays it over to Telecki. Telecki up the right side for Duran. He swats out to get it in the zone. Referee putting the net back on its moorings in the middle of the play. Now back the other way comes Connors. Connors in the right wing circle takes the shot. Save made by Pienka. Juicy rebound. Out to the right point for the blast by Joyce. Misses wide right. Under 2.5 to go. Around the end boards waiting for it at the left point as red line. At the red line is Elias. Now Joyce hammers it in. Humphreys there. Along the end boards, Telecki has been out there a while. Scrum in the far right corner, Pride free. First to it is St. Sebastian's, but trickles out of the zone. Elias handles it. Joyce taps it in deep. Big hit along the end boards. Telecki still out there. Some tired legs defensively for LA. LA will get it out of the zone on the diagonal to Humphrey. Body's going down behind the play. LA getting a much needed change. Out to center ice. Off the side boards. Backhanded, it goes off the feet of Maher. Up the left side, under 1.5 minutes to go. Humphrey will try to catch up to this one. He escapes a hit, but goes down on his own. Humphrey on the diagonal, back into the LA zone. 1 minute to go in a 2-2 game. Ahead for Duran. Duran turns it towards net, misses wide right. Now a shot from the right wing circle goes behind the net. Now a shot from the left point tipped wide left. I think it was Messineo who made the stop there. Back the other way comes St. Sebastian's on a 3-on-2. The shot is blocked. 35 seconds to go. Out of the zone. Here comes Fury. Enters the zone onside. Brings it in. Pinwheels away from the defense. Sacco. And it goes into the protective netting. 22.5 to go. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Teespring, PayPal, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Left wing circle face-off. Lovett and Joyce exchanging words, and now a timeout called. We were expecting Robbie Barker to call a timeout eventually to settle his guys down, but he had no opportunities to take it. We just had 5-6 minutes of uninterrupted play? Wow. All right. Lawrence Academy had a 2-0 lead in the second period. Broderick and Sacco with the tallies. Then the sophomore Jayton Greer thrust into the game after the penalty to Jake Lavoie, the misconduct to Jake Lavoie. Made it 2-1 before the end of the second period. And then Nolan Joyce ripped it from the left point. To tie the game here in the third period, and we haven't stopped play since until now. So 2-2 our score, 22.5 seconds to go. And Lawrence Academy, you know they want to win this game. They don't want to settle for a tie. They are the USHR #1 team, and wouldn't be a good start to their tenure as #1 if they have 2 ties or a tie and a loss. Left wing circle face-off, Lovett against Joyce. Lovett wins the face-off back to Duran, who fans on the shot, and now here comes Dumas. Dumas goes down. St. Sebastian's fans wanted to call, they didn't get it. Dumas goes down again. Kept alive, backhanded towards net, carried away by Lovett. Lovett enters the zone on the left wing circle, gives it up, they score! Riley Duran with 1.2 to go! Unbelievable! You don't see many buzzer beaters in hockey, but that is one. A breakneck series, no stoppages in the last 5 or 6 minutes. A timeout by LA, a turnover by LA, then a turnover by St. Sebastian's. Riley Duran off the feed from Connor Lovett, and Lawrence Academy wins. Like I said, are you not entertained? Wow. You gotta imagine one of the things that Robbie Barker said in that timeout is, we are not settling for a tie. And they get their win, and they improve to 17-2-1, and St. Sebastian's falls to 14-6-1. I remind you, Max is not really a sports fan, and he is just overcome with emotion right now. That was bonkers. Wow, that might have been the best game I've ever called, at least for hockey. Probably even better than the 2-1 overtime win by LA in the playoffs last year. I don't know if anything will top the game, the 10-inning or 12-inning marathon or whatever it was between Andre and Lexington in the 2015 ICL Championship Series, but wow, that was worth the price of admission. And the price of admission, free. You can watch these games free anytime on LSP. And Max's price is frostbite, yeah, but are you even wearing gloves? And you're here's the thing, it's warmer in here than it is outside too. Anyways, with that said, this has been a presentation of Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2020, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Whew. One second, folks. I'm okay. Just a little verklempt. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon at 12:55 p.m. when the Mass Bay Buccaneers host the UCAP Pointers in NJCAA men's basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. And stream the game the next day, localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow and support LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Teespring, PayPal, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. And after that game, why wouldn't you? Once again, the final score from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Lawrence Academy Spartans 3 and the St. Sebastian's Arrows 2. For Max Hooven on camera, my name is Sam Fiedler, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.